Developing countries played a huge role in developing ISO 30500. I think it is one of the ISO technical committees with uh, the biggest representation of developing countries. We could leverage the advantages that the developing countries has by working in its region, and also the knowledge and experience of the developed country. That partnership allowed the ISO PC 305 to gather a lot of African countries, to gather a lot of developing countries in general, and even give them the tools to be able to understand what we are doing and to actually contribute to it. And that is essential, because if we want our standard, our ISO standard, to be relevant, we have to make sure that our set of requirements don't leave no one behind, that every region, irrespective of their level of development, that their needs are taken into account in setting the requirement of our international standard. So I think developing countries played a crucial role in developing ISO 30500, and I'm sure that will have, in the near future, a huge impact on how sanitation as a whole is managed around the world, and specifically in developing countries. When the standard was first published, and then we were doing some work in spreading the word, making the standard known in every country. The first question we were facing was, where are the technologies? Where can we find this toilet? That tells you that the need is there. The need has always been there. And people were eager to find a solution. But at the same time, there was a little fear, especially in developing countries, because we are talking about advanced technology, and it's always like that. We think probably this will be for the richer. And from a personal perspective, I think, and that's what we did in Senegal, developing and adopting ISO 30500 kind of make us think about the sanitation sector as a whole. We were not looking only for advanced technology anymore, because we knew what parameters we should be looking for in a sanitation system to be of quality. And we used that to even develop new standards, but also work on our regulation schemes for existing technologies. I think that's one of the major takeaway from Senegal point of view, from a developing country point of view. We could build on the success of ISO 30500, on that momentum, to gather all stakeholders, all interested parties with sanitation, and discuss about how do we want sanitation to be managed in our communities. And even in some countries, some people came up with basic technologies that are of quality, that can do the work, even though they cannot reach the ISO 30500 requirement. Those are today able to give the service of sanitation to a large number of population. And I think for that, it's a win. And for some African countries that I've worked with, the adoption of the ISO 30500 allowed them to think about sanitation as a whole, think about their regulation scheme, their public policies, and today, almost in every country, sanitation has a favorite place into the priorities of every country, and especially of national standards bodies.